Britain. Number 4, Tom Harvey. Number 5, Simon Brown. Number 7, Terry Bywater. Number 10, Aki Yama. Number 11, Phil West. Number 12, Rex Gilbert. Number 14, Lee Manning. Number 16, Jim Palmer. Number 18, Channing Taylor. Number 20, Louis Edwards. Number 21, Oscar Knight. Number 33, Ben Fox. Coaches are George Baines and Dan Johnson. For Spain, we have with number 4, Julio Vilas. Number 7, Pablo Zazuela. Number 8, Oscar Murillo. Number 12, Diego Cardo. Number 13, Manuel Lorenzo. Number 17, Francisco Garcia. Number 21, Pablo Aranea. Number 24, Ignacio Ortega. Number 27, Adrian Garcia. Number 55, Eduardo Nieto. Number 77, Luis Piston. And number 90, Alexis Ruiz. Coaches are Abraham Kagan and Domingo Caballo. Ladies and gentlemen, if possible, please rise for the national anthem, starting with Great Britain.
Hello and welcome to the Nations Cup Cologne 2026. Your starting five for this game, GB versus Spain. GB will start with Pratt, Warburton, Manning, Palmer and Knight. And Spain will start with Onrubia, Lorenzo, Ortega, Prieto and Christen. GB coming into this undefeated. They had a big win against Canada yesterday, winning 92-47. And Spain with just a narrow 2-point loss in overtime yesterday against Germany. This is a rematch of the 2025 Men's European Final, where Spain came out on top, winning 72-69 in Bosnia, clutching their first senior European title. And these two teams know each other very well. Of course, the majority of the GB men playing over in Spain. And they'll have a very interesting World Championships campaign ahead, as they'll head to Ottawa at the beginning of September. The Spanish lineup, very youthful side with Lorenzo, Ortega and Onrubia on the floor, alongside the experience of Prieto. And GB running a 1-2-3-3-5-4-5 lineup. Of course, one of many lineups they can run. I'm looking forward to seeing their more midpoint focused lineup, as Manning and Lorenzo get set to tip. And it will be GB that win the tip. GB in the white, Spain in the red. Pratt working against Christen. Sets himself up and one. The foul will go against Christen, as he just nudges Pratt off balance. Pratt knocked it down anyway. Looked like the shot was off before he got nudged. Unable to get the bonus bucket. Prieto sets himself up and it rattles out. Rebound Manning. Here is Warburton. Ortega down in the backcourt, gets himself back up. And Pratt once again baseline, swings to Warburton. Warburton, another and one. And the foul goes against Onrubia. And with Pratt back on this GB team, of course, he missed out in Sarajevo. He'll be able to do the majority of the ball handling, which frees up Warburton. And Warburton knocks it down. GB have a 5-point lead. Ortega sets himself up behind Lorenzo. Picked up by Knight. Here's Pratt finding Warburton. Back over to Pratt. as he lines up a 3. Bang! And GB out to an 8-all run at the moment. Spain need a reply. Here is Kristen. Won't go, rebound ninth. And Pratt quickly up the floor. Swings to Warburton. Manning. Pratt. Pratt takes it from the baseline, knocks that one down. And Pratt and Ortega exchanging words. Kristen, that's short. Picked up by Ortega, out to Prieto. And here is Onrubia. Long pass from Manning, finding Pratt. And Pratt makes easy work of it, forcing Spain to call a timeout. A 12-all run for GB. And we're not even 3 minutes into this game. A great start for the reigning world silver medalists. Spain call a timeout. They'll look to get back in some form of rhythm. They're yet to score in this game. Pratt's already on 9 points. Warburton with the other 3. Pratt 4 of 4 from the field. Spain looking to come into this after their overtime loss against Germany yesterday. Here is Onrubia. Baseline, knocks that one down. Foul goes against Lorenzo, his first personal. And a foul against Ortega. It's going to be the 4th team foul on Spain as Warburton lines it up, and it's nothing but net. Onrubia. It's another quick one for Spain. And it's a 10-point ball game. Warburton. That time it's off the mark. Rebounded by Lorenzo. Ortega with the mismatch over Warburton. Gets it to go off the glass. Great work there from Ortega to hunt down the mismatch. going to be an offensive foul on GB. Ball will go back with Spain. And the pass is deflected by Manning. Spain keep a hold of it. Onrubia beats the buzzer. Much needed from Spain. And Spain are slowly getting back into this 6-point game. Pratt to Warburton. Tries to find Manning, but it's a 3-second call. And a very passionate Spanish side, they're not letting this deficit get to them. Timeout called. 5:17 remaining in the first. That's been 3 consecutive scores from Spain. Onrubia, then Ortega, then Onrubia once again, resulting in a 6-point ball game halfway through the first. And a big thank you to everyone tuning in on the Cologne 99ers and IWBF Europe YouTube channel. Onrubia. The foul will go against Palmer. That's going to be his first personal. GB's second team foul. Onrubia tries to find space, finds Lorenzo, and Lorenzo is unable to beat the buzzer. That shot's just short. Here's Warburton. Fakes Prieto. And it's inside to Manning. Manning. Easy work for the big man. Again, he'll know this Spanish side very well. Played close to 10 years over in Spain. And it's going to be a foul against Manning. He just has words with Ortega. Getting very feisty here on court, as I believe Manning's chair is trapped. Of course, these two sides know each other very, very well. Foul is going to go against Prieto, so it will be GB possession. These two teams know each other very, very well. I would describe the relationship between these two teams as, they've got a lot of close friends on both sides, but I wouldn't put it past them to be feisty with each other, as we've just seen. So, as Spain are now in team foul trouble, as Warburton knocks that one down from range. Long two. So Spain need to be careful in the remaining 4 minutes. Every foul they commit will send GB to the line. Onrubia gets that one to go. Very rapid offenses on both sides. Pratt fakes a three, goes round, goes baseline, bang. And Pratt just makes it look so easy. 10-point lead, GB. Onrubia finds Ortega. And here's Prieto. And Kristen can't get the finish. It was a nice cut to the basket though. Now you see aggressive defense there from Warburton, was tilting up on one wheel to guard Prieto there. And it's swatted away by Lorenzo. He's going to get called for a foul. And of course Spain in team foul trouble. So that will send GB to the line. And Pratt, who's back in the GB team after taking a year out. Makes the first. And Pratt, he's left Albacete this season. He'll return to Porto Torres after 9 years for the upcoming season. But of course, all his focus right now will be on the World Championships. And GB have a 12-point lead on Rubia. Can't get that to fall. And subs coming in for Spain. Pablo Zarzuela. And Lorenzo will take a break. Noticeably absent on the Spanish team is Alejandro Zarzuela. Pratt looking for an outlet. He'll use Manning as a screen and swings over to Fox. Fox takes his time, bang. And patience from Fox paying off. Ortega gets it to go. Warburton at the top, wide open, and that is dangerous. Spain just looking a little bit flustered right now. Ortega, a three, it's off the mark. Pratt. Swings it across to Fox. And again, Fox, once again, on that baseline. And it's nothing but net. And Spain call a timeout. They trail 28-12. It's been a very dominant quarter for GB, courtesy of their 12-0 run at the start of the game. Be interesting to see if either team rotates their lineups. We've not seen many substitutions so far. Of course, these preparation tournaments so crucial for teams to make the final tweaks heading into a major tournament. Going to be an offensive foul on Ortega. That's going to be his second personal foul. As Pratt fires and hits. Lots of time and space on that shot. Zarzuela finding Onrubia. Onrubia lines up a three. Manning will have to heave. Almost thought that was going to break the glass. At the end of the first, GB 30, Spain 12. A very dominant first quarter for GB. As I mentioned, they started off this quarter going on a 12-0 run. And wow, just super impressive from GB. 92% from the field, 13 of 14. And Spain just at 35%, 6 of 17. Spain committed 7 fouls in that quarter, very costly for them. GB already up to 7 assists as well as a team, and Pratt is leading the way with 15 points, 4 assists. Closely behind him is Warburton on 9 points, and Onrubia is leading the way for Spain with 8. Pratt, very impressive, 6 of 6 from the field. Warburton 4 of 5, shooting 80%. And Onrubia, a very respectable 4 of 7 from the field at 57%. As here is Alexis Ruiz. Spain changed the lineups. Adrian Garcia, Pau Poyato, and Alexis Ruiz onto the floor. Lorenzo returning. Cy Brown into the game for the first time for GB. As Warburton fires. Garcia. one of the bright young prospects on the Spanish side. Pressured by Fox, and it's going to be a foul on Pratt. That's going to be his first personal, first team foul. Ruiz. And doesn't meet the mark. Ruiz had 20 points in that European final in Sarajevo last year. His first shot doesn't meet the mark. Pratt finding Fox, and Fox again takes his time. Plenty of time there to take his time and compose himself. You know, we see a lot of players take too much hesitation, and it often comes back to bite them, but Fox, just the right amount of time and focus on his shots. And he's become a lot more confident in his shooting ability. Foul will go against Greg Warburton. GB already on 3 team fouls, a minute and a half into the quarter. Ruiz using Zarzuela at the screen, and again doesn't quite hit the mark, and Cy Brown asks for play to be stopped. I think there's a problem with his wheel. And George Bates, the new head coach of the side, was a teammate of many of these players. And the assistant, Dan Johnson, his first time coaching a international team. Been a very well respected club coach for many years, as GB add another to their score. Ruiz. Garcia fires a 3, bang! He's looking for the and one, didn't get it. But that may give Spain slight momentum. But not if Warburton cuts to the paint like that. Right now, GB just having their way. Of course, there'll be a vengefulness to this GB side after losing the European final by 3 in Sarajevo last year. And Lorenzo under traffic and one. Foul. Foul goes against Pratt, his second personal, and that's GB's 4th team foul. And Lorenzo completes the 3-point play. It's an 18-point game in favor of GB. Pratt. Over to Fox. Fox once again. This time it's off the mark. And Garcia knocks it down at the top. And GB call a timeout. I believe Manning is going to sub back in. 16-point game, 6.5 to go in the half. And I think it's important to note that this Spanish side, they are missing a few players, the likes of Danny Sticks, Jordi Ruiz, Alejandro Zarzuela, Asier Garcia. But it was this side that last year were crowned European champions in Sarajevo. And right now they've been flustered by a strong GB offense. Warburton back to Pratt. And Spain pick up a foul. Fox gets fouled by Poyato, and he'll head to the line. Spain back on the attack. They trail by 17. .14 on the shot clock. Garcia, nothing but net. Possession will go back with Spain. Ruiz heaves it to Lorenzo. And Lavandiera, tough finish inside for the 1-point player. Pratt. Over to Fox. And it's off the mark. Rebound Ruiz. And Spain in transition. Garcia and one! Foul is on Warburton. his second personal, and now GB are in team foul trouble. We've still got just under 5 minutes to go in this half. And Adrian Garcia at the line plays his club basketball in Bilbao. He makes it a 10-point game. And Warburton draws the foul. Foul goes against Ruiz. His first personal. GB up by 11. Garcia swings to Lorenzo. And Spain were looking to get a shot off, but Boyato was just too far underneath the basket. Here's Warburton. That inside to Fox. Lovely vision. And Fox makes Spain pay with that one. Ruiz fires and hits. Quick response from Spain. Warburton finds Fox. And Fox once again cutting to the basket and getting the finish. As Manning prepares to sub back in. Foul goes against Simon Brown. And Manning and Palmer will come back in. Knight and Brown take a break. And Ruiz at the line. Plays over in Badalona. .12 lead, GB. 3 minutes to go in the half. Warburton fires and hits. A big time three from Greg. Ruiz swings to Garcia. Ruiz at the top. And offensive rebound collected by Spain. Garcia to Ruiz, fading away, short, rebound Manning. Manning up the floor to Warburton. Lovely fake from Warburton. Dishes to Fox, baseline, and it's good to go. Nice screen there from Palmer. And GB back up by 17. for Ruiz. Manning, heavily pressured, gets the and one. Foul will go against Garcia. And Manning completes the 3-point play. GB now up by 20. Ruiz can't get it to go. And GB just taking their time, controlling the pace of the ball. Warburton, the three is short. And Lorenzo guarded by Fox. The sub is coming in for Spain. I thought a foul was going to be called on either Fox or Manning, but the referees say it was clean. And Paco Garcia finding Adrian Garcia. And a miscommunication. Don't think Poyato was expecting the pass. And Spain just looking a little bit dejected now. Minute to go in the half. Warburton fakes. Fox to Pratt. Pratt back inside to Warburton. Warburton the reverse. And it won't go. Tried to recreate the highlight play of yesterday's game. Foul is going to be on Warburton. That's going to be his third. And Paco Garcia at the line. And he'll be Warburton's teammate next year at Ilunion. Oscar Knight comes back into the game and Lewis Edwards gets his first minutes. Foul goes against Garcia. His first personal. Spain's fifth. Just going to get that confirmed here. It's either their fourth or fifth. Nonetheless, Fox at the line. Foul is going to go against Fox. And that's 2 shots to come for Pau Poyato. Okay, so now it's both teams on 5 team fouls. But GB still with a dominant lead, 52-33. Pratt lines it up. Onrubia finds Garcia, but it's unable to beat the buzzer. And at the end of the half, it's GB 52, Spain 33.
Great Britain lead with 52 points, 33 points. And 50 minutes we were building in this match.
And GB, they blew Spain out in the first quarter, 30-12. That second quarter has been a much closer affair. GB winning that quarter 22-21. As here we have the stats. GB shooting 76% from the field, 19 of 25. Spain just at 41%, 12 of 29. And GB very efficient from the line, 8 of 11 at 72%. And both teams high in foul count as well. Pratt leads the way for GB with 17 points, 5 assists. Warburton behind him on 15 points, 4 assists. And Fox up to 15 points. Meanwhile, Garcia leads the way for Spain with 10, followed by Onrubia on 8. A comfortable 19-point lead for GB heading in to the half. And we'll be back with you very soon for more action. Please stay tuned. We are about to get back underway. Second half action in this game between Great Britain and Spain. It was GB that really blew out Spain in the first quarter, 30-12. But in that second quarter, it was a much closer affair. GB winning that quarter by 1, 22-21. But still, they have amassed a significantly large 19-point lead at the beginning of the second half. And let's see what will transpire towards the end of this game. Of course, both teams looking ahead to the World Championships in Ottawa. And it will be GB that start with possession. Pratt. Finds Jama. Jama's first appearance in this game. And Pratt lines up a three. Bang. Continuing to forge GB ahead. And he's now got 20 points personal, does Pratt. Foul goes against Edwards. And it will be Garcia at the line for Spain. Garcia was a part of that Spanish team that won the under-23 Euros back in 2021. And it remains a 22-point game in favour of GB. Pratt once again finds Edwards. Edwards with a reverse. Bit of finesse on that move. And here is Onrubia. Finding Prieto. Garcia. Back to Onrubia. Takes his time and bang. Onrubia trying to keep Spain in it as best he can. But I would imagine GB just continue to pile on their large lead. Jama at the top, it's short. Interesting that GB have not yet run there as Spain drain a three. Interesting that GB have not run their midpoint heavy lineup yet, which is the likes of Kavanagh, Pratt, Edwards and Knight. Running a variation of this lineup with Jammer on the floor and Fox on the floor. But this other lineup they can run with Warburton. So they essentially can run a 4 big plus Greg Warburton. We've not seen that yet. And Edwards cuts inside. Right now, GB are just having their way. Lots of depth and variation, certainly in the midpoint range on this GB side. Pratt finding Fox. And GB just getting whatever they want right now. Spain looking very flustered. And one for Garcia. Foul is on Knight. Edwards finding Knight. Knight back out to Pratt. And Pratt swings over to Jama. Jama. 2 to come. Foul will go against Poyato. And Abdi Jamat to the line. The veteran of this GB side. 5-time Paralympian. Won the World Championships in Hamburg 8 years ago. Garcia holds it high, can't get the finish. The foul goes against Spain. Both teams on 2 team fouls. And subs coming in for Spain. Vilas, Ortega, Zarzuela, and Lorenzo into the game. Poyato stays on the floor. Fox can't get that to fall. Foul goes against Fox. And Ortega at the line. GB still looking comfortable with their lead. Still 5 minutes to go in the third. Here's Fox. Jama firing and making. That is trademark Abdi Jama with that baseline shot. Zarzuela, and it's good. Quick reply from Spain. And GB running a midpoint focus lineup plus Abdi Jama. Be interesting to see if they'll bring Kavanagh and Warburton on the floor to run a different variation of this lineup. And a foul's going to go against Jama. That's GB's fourth team foul. Three is short from Ortega. And Pratt fakes the three. Swings to Jama. Jama to Knight, but Knight can't get a hand on it. He's met by Ortega. Spain in transition. Vilas. To Zarzuela. And Vilas gets it to go. GB looking very relaxed on defense. Maybe a result of their large lead. And Fox. Not much defensive pressure being applied by Spain either. Vilas inside. And it will stay with GB. 11 on the shot clock. Boyato tried to get the interception, but ball goes off court and it will be GB possession once again. Pratt, a big three. And the pass from Ortega finds Zarzuela. He's immediately picked up by Pratt. Ortega can't get that to go. Bywater. Warburton finds Pratt. Back out to Warburton. Inside to Fox. Fox is able to beat the buzzer. And Zarzuela is fouled by Bywater. He'll head to the line. Zarzuela, a veteran of this Spanish side at this point of his career. 3-time Paralympian and Paralympic silver medalist in Rio. As Edwards comes in for Pratt. I assume GB will rest Pratt for the remainder of the game. Interesting that we have yet to see the two youngsters for GB, Tom Harvey and Henley Kavanagh. With Pratt off the floor, Warburton will have to do the majority of the ball handling. Finds Bywater, back to Warburton. Bywater can't get that to go. We've seen Bywater have a magnificent end to the season in both the Champions Cup and the Spanish League final. It's going to be the second personal foul on Edwards. And free throws to come for Spain as GB are in team foul trouble. 2 to come for Ortega. Ortega plays over for Ilunion in the Spanish League and won his first Champions Cup this past season. Final minute of the third. It's going to be another foul against Edwards and then another Spanish foul. So there's a bit of commotion on the court. Edwards draws the foul. The foul's going to be on Ortega. His third. And Edwards at the line. His first time in a GB senior vest in 5 years. Went to the Paralympics in Tokyo and won a bronze medal. And he'll play for Porto Torres in Italy next season. Spent the last couple of seasons in the UK playing for the Jaguars. Won the Premier League title in 2025. Vilas can't get that to fall. And here's Fox finding Bywater. Fox to Edwards. And it's batted away. Stayed with GB. 13 on the shot clock, 15 on the game clock. As Jama gets that one to go. One second left on the clock. And that'll be it. The end of the third. GB 75, Spain 51. GB win that quarter 23-18. Let's see, we see the stats. GB shooting 75% from the field, 28 of 37. Very, very efficient. And Spain at 42%, 16 of 38. So just 9 two-point attempts missed by GB in this game. Both teams very efficient from the free throw line. And here we see the leading scorer for GB is Ben Fox, 23 points, 5 rebounds. Pratt behind him, 1 assist away from a double-double, 20 points, 9 assists. And Warburton with 15 points, 5 assists. And both Onrubia and Garcia in double figures for Spain, both with 13 points. And GB have just carried this momentum all the way through the game. Of course, the second and third quarters have been fairly close if you look at them individually, but that blowout in the first really, they've really carried that momentum going on through in this game. And there's still 10 minutes left to play. We've not seen much minutes from Manning. He's only played 12 minutes in this game. And Ortega feeds it inside to Lorenzo, and the basket is good. And Lorenzo completes the three-point play. Warburton gets it to go off the glass. Ortega inside, pump fake, and it's good. as Ortega gets himself back up. It's going to be a 3-second call. Spain possession. And a quick response for Lorenzo. Warburton finds Bywater. And possession will stay with GB. 9 on the shot clock. Edwards, Jama firing at the elbow and makes it. Ortega over to Vilas. Again, just lackluster from GB there on defense. And that forces them to call a timeout, as it is a 19-point game with just under 8 minutes to go. Able to free up so much. Fox arguing that travel should have been called. Pratt finding Warburton. Warburton is too hard off the glass. Foul is going to be on Poyato. That's an offensive foul. And it's going to be GB possession. They lead by 21 with 7 minutes to go in this game. Knight can't get that to fall. Brown with the rebound. Warburton back to Pratt. Pratt fading away, finding Fox. Fox. This time it's short offensive rebound, Pratt. And Pratt doing so much work. He finds Knight on the outside. Foul goes against Ortega. That's going to be his fourth. Pratt finds Knight. Knight tilts and scores. Just beats the buzzer. And it's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul on Lorenzo. So 2 shots to come for Knight and possession. And Knight, he'll head to Ottawa in his second senior competition. He was named in the All-Star 5 in Sarajevo. And GB call a timeout. They lead by 26. 5.5 to go in this game, this final game of day 2 here at the Nations Cup. Tom Harvey and Henley Kavanagh into the game for the first time for GB. Warburton fires. It's off the mark. Ortega collects the rebound. Still 5.5 to go. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Vilas. That's Spain's 4th team foul. Edwards to Warburton. Harvey outside. Bang! Tom Harvey with his first 2 points of the game. And Tom Harvey, he'll be a name very familiar to this Spanish side very soon. As Cavana grabs the rebound. And Knight gets it to go. And GB up by 30. Batted away by Warburton. Warburton chases it down. And it will be a Spain ball.
Substitution Spain on the ball 24.
And Garcia and Onrubia come back in for Spain. Ortega and Poyato take a break. As Zarzuela is unable to beat the buzzer. Warburton to Harvey. Harvey, bang! Harvey comes onto the floor in the dying minutes and makes an impact. 4 points now for Harvey. And Rubio launches a three. It's collected by Warburton. Foul is going to go against Zarzuela. And that will send Harvey to the line. Harvey, who played for Sheffield this past season, won the Premier League with Steelers. And he'll head abroad next season. Still to be announced. And I'm just going to have a quick stoppage in play. 3.5 to go. 2 shots to come for Harvey, who is the under-23 European champion. Goes 1 of 2. On Rubio. Garcia firing and making. Edwards tries to get to Warburton. It's intercepted by Spain. Big block. Possession stays with Spain, 16 to shoot. Warburton. Finding Cavana, Knight, and it's good to go. Vilas. works his way inside. Harvey. Kavanagh, and it's good. Garcia. Harvey, a wide open three. Bang! And with that, GB hit that 100-point mark. And Spain in team foul trouble. I believe the foul was committed just after the three. So 2 shots to come for Knight. He misses the first. And on Rubio replies for Spain. Harvey lines up another three. Rattles out this time. And Garcia. Foul goes against Garcia. 2 to come for Edwards. That's going to be the third personal on Garcia. Vilas, pressured by Knight. Garcia is unable to beat the buzzer, and it's GB ball with 11 seconds left. And that will be it. GB take the win, 101-68 against Spain. A dominant performance, and GB avenged their European final loss. GB win that last quarter 26-17. And Fox ends the game with 25. Pratt on 20. As we have, actually, before we go through all that, we have the general stats first. GB end the game shooting 74% from the field, 38 of 51. And Spain end the game shooting 46%, 24 of 52. 11 turnovers for Spain, 23 fouls committed. And both teams even on rebounds and free throw shooting. As there we see, Ben Fox ends the game with 25 points. Pratt with a double-double of 20 points, 12 assists. And Warburton 2 assists away from a double-double, 17 points, 8 assists. And for Spain, Garcia ends the game with 17, on Rubio on 15, and Ortega on 10. So we're going to sign off for just now, and I'll be back with you tomorrow morning when Netherlands women take on Canada at 10 a.m.